Hello everybody, welcome back. This is the second time I've recorded this particular episode because I've redecorated the room that I used to record the videos, and when we put all the equipment back in, the one thing I didn't do was make sure that the microphone was connected properly to OBS. As a consequence, we've recorded the whole of the episode with no audio. And the next episode. So I've got 2 episodes to re-record. So this is the re-recording. You join us at the end of the first half season with Sheffield Wednesday, and having started the time with Sheffield Wednesday, 22nd in the league, just 12 points, we managed to climb all the way up to 10th. And this is a roundup of what actually happened in this season, and a transfer special because we definitely need some more players. Welcome to Be a Legend. Hello and welcome to episode 40 of To Be a Legend. My name's Mark, and on today's episode, as promised in the intro, we have the end of season review and our transfer special, the end of the 23-24 season. And here is the table as it has finished. We still have playoffs still to go. Brighton, Bristol City, Portsmouth and Watford in those playoffs. We'll let you know the outcomes a little bit later in the episode, no doubt. But what we always like to do first up, before we do the end of season review, is have a look at this league table. So what I'm going to do is I can remember how to do it. Here we go. We're through to the table. We'll have a look at the detail behind the table itself. As we said, we finished 10th in the end. 46 games played, 18 wins, 11 draws, 17 losses, most of those before we arrived, I think. 77 goals for, 69 goals against, a goal difference of +8. I think we had a -10 when we joined, and 65 points. Bearing in mind that we were down here 22nd, 12 points when I joined, and I think it was about 17 games gone at the time. So we did exceedingly well from that 12 points. We put on a further 53 points in the time since we joined. Let's have a bit more detail behind our home record this season. We finished 10th overall in the league, and we were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th. Shame it doesn't give you that as well, but 8th overall for home games. That's 23 games played, 13 wins, 2 draws, 8 losses, 44 for, 33 against, plus goal difference of 11, 41 points accumulated at home. Just for clarification, Leeds, who were top of the table, they were 11 points better than us at home over the season. Away from home, slightly different story, of course. 23 games again, only won 5, drew 9, lost 9, 33 goals for, 36 against, a -3 goal difference. But I think that got better as time went on. 24 points away from home this season, and 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. We were about 17th in the away listing of the season. Another look, first half of the season. I think this probably tells a better story. 20th in the first half of the season, first 23 games, 19 points. So we'd put on 7 points by that point, -10 goal difference, 5 wins, 4 draws, 14 losses. Remember the 14 losses in that first half of the season. 26 goals for, 36 against, -10 goal difference, 19 points. And then we look at the second half of the season, and we were the second best in the second half of the season. 23 games played, 13 wins, 7 draws, only 3 losses, 51 goals for, 33 against, 18 goal difference, and 46 points accumulated in that second half of the season. And I think that tells a really interesting story about how we progressed. Once we'd joined, there's the overall for comparison, and in the last 5 games, I think that's really where we didn't really get anywhere near the promotion playoff spaces, because we dropped away a little bit in the last 5 games, only winning 2, drawing 2. We only lost 1, mind you, but I think those 2 games drawn there, if we'd won those 2 games, 4 wins and 1 loss, I think we'd have been a little bit tiny closer today. But all in all, I think everybody's happy how we ended up. And how did we end up against me? The prediction, they predicted we finished 10th. In the end, we did finish 10th. So all in all, that was quite satisfying, really. So that is the roundup of how we finished up. Let's go through and have a look at the end of season review. I didn't really want to do that right now. I was going to do this, actually. And you come back for that end of season review. And as is usual, let's have a look at... I didn't want to do that. I'm trying to do things here. So let's have a good look at it. And first up is the look at the new arrivals, and a few coming in, loanees as well. But this is transfers out, loans out. So in all transfer details, Robbie McCrory was... She didn't want to do that. Florin Balogun on loan from Arsenal, 18 appearances, 11 goals, 1 assist, 7.24. So he was our best incoming. Dishon Bernard from Manchester United, 165,000, 20 appearances he made, 1 goal, 1 assist, a 7.05. Adam Devine on loan from Southampton, cost us 18.5 thousand on loan. 41 games he appeared for us, 1 off the bench, scored 1 goal and 1 assist, a 7.05 as well. And Robbie McCrory, who we bought in, goalkeeper from Leeds United, 425,000 he cost us. He made 16 appearances, 1 assist and 7 rating. The rest were all under 7. Chuck Thompson, Sonny Lowe Everton, Jack Lancaster, Tiernan, Darbo, Paveda, Pearson, Clarkson, Hesketh, Chambers and Rory Watson. They were all instrumental in our season. Right, without any more to do, who left us this season? Charles Hagan went to Boreham Wood. He made 16 appearances there, 21 from the bench. He scored 10 goals, 2 assists. He got a 7.20 for Boreham Wood. Well done to him. Karadi Adian went to Alfreton Town. 27 appearances, 1 off the bench, 12 goals, 5 assists, a 7.16. They were the headliners that left us. Other players leaving us were Ross Sykes went to Stoke for 475,000. Anton Walks went to Birmingham for 3.4 million on a part exchange. 19 appearances, he made 15 from the bench, 2 goals and 2 assists. Scott Bain went to New York City for 2.1 million. I think he's only just joined them, actually. He's made 1 appearance to date. And Danny Drinkwater went to Toronto FC for 50k. 5 appearances, 4 from the bench. And Enzo Robis has gone to Blackpool for 30,000. 1 subs appearance so far. Loans are out. Alistair Skews, 17-year-old attacking midfielder, went to Hull. Made 35 appearances, 7 from the bench, 5 goals, 3 assists, a 6.81. Ford Sese went to Salford. 15 appearances, no goals, 1 assist, a 6.77. And Josh Windass also went to Toronto FC. 9 appearances, no goals, no assists, 6.65 for Josh Windass. Season to remember. Sheffield, one of competition's feel-good stories, defying expectations, mainly thanks to impressive spell form between September and October, and after climbing as high as 10th at their peak, they were able to celebrate a job well done. We've already looked at the table. Jack Lancaster was our top scorer, 16 goals, average home attendance 26,950, which is about 67% of capacity. Top half finishes what the board expected. That's what we gave them, and we got a C+ for that. We were pretty much, they were happy. Exceeded expectations in the FA Cup. Board expectation, 4th round. We actually got through to the quarterfinal. Again, 26,950, 67% of the attendance. Callum Patterson and Alex Hunt, top scorers in this competition, with 2 goals each. And to get to the quarterfinal against Chelsea, we beat Maidstone 5-2, Barnsley 1-0, and Fulham 3-1 away from home in the Caribou Cup. Before my time, 3rd round expectation, got knocked out in the 1st round. They weren't judging me because it wasn't my doing. Lyle Taylor getting the only goal for us in a 1-1 draw, and then presumably losing on penalties against Middlesbrough, but that was way back when. Moments to remember, the 6-1 win against Watford. It was recorded on an episode. If you haven't seen it, go back and watch it. A really exciting episode. I think we were about 3 up in the first 5 minutes. There you go. Jack Lancaster, penalty after 2 minutes, goal after 4 minutes. Balogun scoring after 5 minutes, so we were 3 up inside the first 5 minutes, and then when Quinn scored after 16, we thought it was the usual crumble away now, but no, we scored a few more. Balogun getting his hat trick over the second half, and Dijon Bernard scoring as well, just to add to Watford's misery. A 6-1 win will go down in folklore, I think. Matches to remember was a 3-2 win over Leeds United. Leeds United getting promoted, of course, as champions, I think it was. So that was a good win in January. Goals from Hunt, Balogun and Patterson providing those. Goal of the season, that came from Frank Darbo against Bristol City in the December game, a 2-1 loss. Let's have a quick look at that one. We have to go into the game to do it. It doesn't give you the link at the bottom. It was a 90-minute goal, which we thought would have got the equaliser, but then Rodgers scored deep in injury time to deny us a draw at home against Bristol City. Here we go. Devine to Hunt, Hunt to Patterson, Darbo running in, and he lovely shot from just outside the area, and he put that away in the corner and provided a nice goal, which, as I say, at the time equalised. And then really we didn't deserve to lose that, I don't think, all things being equal. Right, to the finances then. Not a lot going on. Reputation's not changed. No new sponsorship deals. Slightly down on sponsorship this year, as is broadcast revenue and corporate and hospitality. Competition prize money not showing any for last year, so obviously I'm not quite sure what happens there. And the matchday commercial and retail down slightly on the previous year. Total merchandise sales was 1.58 million, of which 158,000 is non-domestic sales. We sold 15,245 shirts. Patterson, Slattery, Hunt, Penny and Lancaster being the ones that people predominantly wanted to buy. The team of the season then: Wildsmith in goal, Penny, Bernard, Devine and Darbo in defence, Hunt and Slattery in midfield, Thompson, Slow Everton and Turnanen are at the attacking midfield, Lancaster up front in the attacking position. And as you'll see, pretty much that back line giving us our over sevens in the stats, so good for them. Accolades, nothing really doing for me this season. Club awards: Matt Penny, Fans Player of the Season; Young Player of the Season, Adam Devine; Signing of the Season, Rob McCrory; Franco Darbo, we've seen the goal of the season. Top scorer was Jack Lancaster. Alex Hunt gave the most assists. Jack Lancaster scoring 17 goals. Alex Hunt with the most assists, 15 assists. Sonny Lowe, Everton, getting 4 Player of the Match awards. Highest average rating was Matt Penny on 7.1, and Chuck had the most passes completed per 90 minutes, and that was 43. Most assists in the season, he's the previous record broken by Alex Hunt there. Competition awards, we didn't get any this season. We'll try and do better next season. So that is the season roundup. I think what we'll do, we will now check to see if there have been any transfers. Don't think there has. As you'll see, some stuff in the pipeline. Nope, January was the last time anybody came in. Nobody has gone out since Scott Bain went to New York City in April. So nothing doing at the moment in the transfer window. We are on the 5th of May. We will come back on the 1st of June and see if anything has happened. And you come back and still not a lot's happening in the transfer window. Certainly nobody coming in as yet. Rory Watson still the last coming in and going out. We have actually sold one player. Aidan O'Brien has gone out to New York City to join Scott Bain. He's gone for 1.5 million, rising to 2.7 million with add-ons. So he's gone out there. I think they're both goalkeepers. Are they both goalkeepers? Scott Bain, Aidan O'Brien. No, Aidan O'Brien's not. He's a midfielder. He's left us. So we're going to need to do some work around that at some point. Budgets wise, £2,164,606 in the pot for our transfer budget, and we have a wage budget of £386,246. Just to say, one of the reasons we haven't brought any players in, of course, is because we have been subject to an embargo. A transfer embargo, and the reason for that transfer embargo is that I think it's been mentioned before in the club vision is the director or the chairman is looking to sell the club. He's actually got a couple of consortiums that are currently just discussing whether, so there's obviously been a transfer embargo, so hopefully that will get lifted between now and 1st of July, because if it's not, we will be in trouble when it comes to the 1st of July, and we haven't brought any players in because we'll be getting very close to the start of the new season. So we're going to jump forward to around about the 1st of July, by which time we'll also have the new fixture list as well, and we can have a quick look and see who will be playing and when in the next season. Join me then. And finally, we have some activity, which is good news. As you will see, nobody coming in as yet. That embargo has been lifted. We have got a few players going out on this screen. So Aidan O'Brien was last going out. We're now Ben Stanton. He's gone on loan to Farsley for 1.7 thousand. Eric Allison has gone to Maidenhead United on loan for 1.8. And Jake Hesketh has gone to Bristol Rovers on loan for £41,000. Here are the incomings. Yay. Still got some going outs. We'll come to those in just a moment. But Wodu Gargo has come in from Arsenal on a free. Actually, it's not free. We've paid £750,000. Why did I think that was free? £750,000 anyway, coming in. Ashley Barnes has come in from Preston. In fact, let's go back. I'm doing this all wrong. Awadu Gargo, 18 years old. He's, as you see, he's been playing for Arsenal. Didn't want to do that. And he is currently a 2.5 star. Could be a 4 or even 5 star potential ability. And he is a right, can play in central midfield as well. So he will get, I think, a few opportunities possibly this season to prove himself, and then hopefully we can build him into that. I think his passing is absolutely fantastic. And his physical attributes seem quite good as well. So his work rate, leadership off the ball, concentration, stuff like that looks pretty good. So hopefully we can turn him into that good player, and if nothing else, sell him on for a profit. Ashley Barnes, ex-Burnley player. We brought him in on a freebie. Preston released him. He's 34 years old. Wouldn't normally, and the board are a little bit upset because of actually bringing in players overage then, if you like. But to be honest, if you look at his current attributes, and at 34 they're still pretty good. I think it just gives us a little bit of quality in the team, a little bit of leadership, a little bit of quality, and will help the youngsters along as well. So that's where, if we can have him for one or maybe even 2 seasons, I think and who knows, we may end up having him as a coach down the line a little bit. So if he plays 15 games, then he will get a 1-year extension to his contract. He's on contract for us for this one single year. Sunsup Bell, Jude Sunsup Bell, we've brought him in from Chelsea for £1.6 million. He's currently valued at 2.4 million, so there's a profit already in the pot there. 3.5 star current ability, 3.5, 4.5 star potential ability. Again, if you look at his physicals, it's absolutely fantastic. He's finishing his 14, so that's quite good as well. Can play on either side of attacking midfield, but obviously his preferred position is in that attacking striker role. As you see, he's better. He can play on either of those sides as an inside forward. So 3.5 stars. He's pretty damn good. So looking for him. He, as I say, he's coming from Portsmouth. Actually, he's coming from Chelsea. Was on loan at Sunderland and Portsmouth over the last couple of seasons. Played for Portsmouth last season, scored 26, made 26 appearances, 10 goals, 5 assists, a 7.02. So if he can push up into the 7s again this year, I will be more than happy, and hopefully he can score more than 10 or even 15 goals given the opportunity. So he has championship credentials there, League One credentials there. He can actually step up to the medal. We have also brought in a loanee. We've been looking around for a central defender. Very difficult to get one that will come in for sure. We'll keep nagging away at it, but what we've done is just to make sure that we have got the cover in defence. We have brought in Gerard Brathwaite, 3-star current ability, 4-star potential ability. Again, good physicals, good tackling. So all the things that you would want of him as a central defender: heading, marking, tackling, positioning, jumping reach and strength all stack up. He's 6'6", so he should be able to head those balls away from central defence without too much aplomb. So that is our incomings at the moment. Also going out, Lejejo Davison's gone out on loan for 4.7 thousand. Stephen Phillips has gone to Salford on loan. Dylan Phillips has gone to Motherwell on a freebie. Conor Grant has gone to Shamrock Rovers on a free. And Jensen Whittam has gone to FC United on loan. All of those until the end of the season. Right. It's time to have a look at the fixtures then, because the fixture list has come out. As you'll see, we've got a few friendlies to play. The first of which of those is today in game. You won't see it, but we'll come back and see how we've progressed with those teams at some point. The first episode, which will be episode 41, Barnsley and Bristol City are your opening games of the season. We have an EFL First Cup round against Burnley, which should be an interesting game. It looks like Ashley Barnes will get a chance to go back to his team, but Burnley have dropped out of the Premier League as well, so that should be interesting as the season progresses. So that is our starting point. Our Christmas games, again, Barnsley and Bristol City, because that's about halfway through the season, of course. FA Cup third round is on the 4th of January, and our final games of the season will be against Burnley and Brighton. see how the episodes pan out and whether we're up in the mix at that point, and it could be any combination of that last tranche April games through to the 3rd of May. So season finishes on the 3rd of May. So that's what we're looking at. As I say, first episode 41. Barnsley and Bristol City will be the games that we go and have a look at. Right, we're going to jump forward now to around about the start of August, look at the final roundup of the transfers, at least up to that point, and then what we'll also do is have a quick look at what the media are predicting for us this coming season, and also we'll do a quick chunk back to Chorley just to see how they finished up the season and what they've been doing since we left. Let's go forward. And you join us on that opening day of the season. We're not going to jump forward and play any games or anything on this episode. We're just purely looking at transfers and obviously the end of season roundup. But transfers wise, let's have the final roundup. What's been happening? I think Branthwaite was the last person in that you saw. Ben Mee has joined Ashley Barnes, another player, 34 years old again, from Burnley. He's as you see, started out at Manchester City, but then played a lot of games for Burnley. And then he went to Eintracht Frankfurt for 2.9 million. Gladbach for 5.25 million. They released him at the end of last season. We've got him on a free. Not played fantastically, as you'll see. But again, as I say, just lends that little bit of experience to us, which hopefully will hold us in good stead. His best position, I think, is out on the left, as a left defender. His tributes for those still marking 15, tackling 15, anticipation 14, positioning 14. Again, may come through as being a coach for us as well, which would be really good. 17 aggression, 18 teamwork. So he is he's worth having in the team for sure. And we'll see. Contract wise, we have done the same pretty much as we have with Ashley Barnes. He has, if he appears in 10 games, he will actually get a year's extension as well. But as I say, we'll probably look to try and get him to stay with us as a coach as well. We've also brought in Daniel Appiah. He's on loan from Chelsea, joins his clubmate Jude Sunup Bell. But Daniel Appiah, another striker, I'm afraid, can also play attacking midfield and also out on the right-hand side. But his preferred position is in that attacking role. And 17 finishing, is 16 for a first touch, 12 on dribbling. His technique is 16. And so really, really good all the way round. So we've got him in. And we will be hopefully making good use of him as the season progresses. Right, washing machine's doing an overkill. I'm going to be back in just 2 seconds. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. We seem to the washing machine was just seemed to be making a real lot of noise. So I just wanted to check that it was okay, which it was. So right, so yeah, Daniel Appiah is looking quite a good player for us. Right, we did say that we would have a look at. We'll come right back out of there. We did say we would have a look and see how the media have got us lined up for this season. Looks like a 10th position finish again. They have Burnley as favourites to go back up into the Premier League, along with Brighton automatically, with Fulham, Watford, Nottingham Forest and Bristol City in the playoffs as it stands. Do we have anybody in the Dream 11? So we're 20-1 to be promoted. Anybody in the Dream 11? No. Really think we would do. We have Daniel Appiah and Sonny Low Everton in key players to watch out for. And they are only 2 by the looks of it. Looks like we're scouting George Scott from Ipswich. He's in that list. Leighton Stewart. There's a few that we're keeping an eye on. But they are our 2 players that appear in the Media Dream 11. So there we are. Sorry, I've still got that on hold. So who do they expect to go down? Ipswich, Crewe and Charlton are favourites to go down from the Championship. Sunderland just managing to survive, if this is anything to go by. Promoted teams are Charlton, Ipswich and Sunderland in the division. As I say, Burnley, Fulham and Nottingham Forest, the teams being relegated from the Premier League last season. So that's how the league will look out this season. What we did say we would do is we would go and have a quick hop and see how Chorley finished up before we come back and finish looking at what our first games of the season are. Let's pull Chorley up. There's Chorley. And if we go in, how did they finish their season? Can we tell from here? Sky Bet League 1, there we go. So they finished the season. In fact, we're looking at this coming season, aren't we? We need to go back. In fact, done it completely wrong, Mark. That's better. Get it in that one. So they finished the season down in 16th place. I'm not quite sure where we left them. Need to go back and check, actually. 46 games played, 15 wins, 10 drawn, 21 losses in the end. That was quite a few losses. I'm sure we hadn't lost that many. 64 goals for, 71 against, -7 goal difference, and only accumulating 55 points, just 7 points clear of the drop zone. So they might be in for a bit of a bumpy season this season. They might be dropping back out of League One down to League Two, and hopefully they can sustain. We've hoped that we'd left them with a legacy to move forward, of course, but it appears that possibly we haven't, as it turns out. So that's how they ended up. Let's go in and just have a quick look at the squad, because what we can do here is goals. In fact, we can't, because we're in the wrong season. We'd have to go back, and I'm not sure it gives me the detail now because we've left them. Right, okay, I can't do what I want to do. I'm sure there's a way of doing it, but if there is, leave me a note in the description. I will have a proper look at Chorley at some point. Maybe we'll do a very short separate episode on how Chorley finished up. It'd have been nice to have been able to round that up. Mike Jackson is the manager there now. Tomlinson is the captain, Fidel O'Rourke vice captain, and then key player Harvey Blair, and Isten Hughes is still the hot prospect in that division. So there we go. Right, okay. We can't really have a great deal of a look around. Or can we? No. You'd have to do a report in order to get the information that we want. Never mind. Right, so that's Chorley for you. Let's have a look at our opening episode 41, which we'll come back for next. It will be Barnsley and Bristol City will be the teams that we are looking at in our first episode and the first 2 games of the new season. Well, there we go. That is the roundup of the end of season review and the transfer special. I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you have, don't forget to leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification button. Keeps you up to date with all future episodes of this and new series as they are released. New episodes of To Be a Legend are currently released every Monday and Thursday at 4:15 p.m. And if you want to keep up to date with what's happening on this channel and more, why not follow me on Twitter at JustOffside2 is where you need to be. Thank you for watching and hope to see you on the next episode, which will be episode 41 and is out on Monday. Until then, goodbye.